Coming right up, a special edition of Straight Talk, the Port of Long Beach. Our guest tonight, the President of the Board of Harbor Commissioners, Doug Drummond, and Dr. Noel Hacegaba, Acting Deputy Executive Director of the Port of Long Beach, as we continue our 22nd anniversary year.
Straight Talk is brought to you in part by the Port of Long Beach, a leader in international trade and environmental stewardship. And the Press Telegram, your local news leader for over 100 years. And Scan Health Plan, for your health and independence.
Join us for tonight's edition of Straight Talk. And now your host, Art Levine.
Good evening and welcome to Straight Talk. We have a great show for you tonight focused on the Port of Long Beach. Our first guest is Doug Drummond, President of the Board of Harbor Commissioners. Doug, welcome back to Straight Talk.
Thank you very much, Art.
Just by way of biographical background, Doug has given 45 years of public service to the city of Long Beach. He was appointed in August 2011 to the Board of Harbor Commissioners and elected as president by his colleagues in December of 2013, but he previously served for 29 years with the Long Beach Police Department, rising to the level of commander when he retired. He also was a city councilman, vice mayor, and candidate for mayor. So you've done it all.
I've had a good ride.
Yeah. Well, now you are in this very responsible position as president of the Board of Harbor Commissioners. Give us a sense of what's that like.
It's a tremendous responsibility. I'm so honored to be there. Our port is really a miraculous place. It started in 1911, so it's over 100 years old now, and it started with city bonds approved by the voters, and it has grown and grown and grown to the point now that it's the #2 seaport in all of America, next to the #1 in Los Angeles, and soon we will be #1.
Wow.
We'll surpass them. But in addition to that, I have to say thank you to all the employees that have worked so hard there and all the former commissioners to make this an incredible city enterprise.
So our founding fathers 100 years ago had something that was a good idea and which succeeding generations just expanded upon.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, a major construction project is underway, as I think many of our viewers know, at the port, and two things we want to focus on: the Middle Harbor and the bridge. And let's show a picture of the Middle Harbor, which is a $1 billion plus construction project.
Yes, it is, and that Middle Harbor facility alone will really handle almost 3 million containers a year if it is running at capacity, and that would make it by itself the #3 port in America.
Just that part of our port.
Just that part.
Yeah. Well, there's been a trend in the industry of going to larger and larger ships, having more and more containers, and those ships want to dock at larger and larger terminals.
Absolutely. The new industry standard is going to be very deep water, very large ships. They steam a little slower on schedule. They're much more fuel efficient. They're better for the environment. They're designed with cold ironing so they can plug into the dock and not pollute the region. They are a magnificent piece of machinery.
Yeah.
And the new ones that we will be handling are too big for the enlarged Panama Canal.
Wow, wow. So even as that is being completed, in a sense it's out of date with the newest technology.
Obsolete already.
Wow. The other major construction project, of course, is the rebuild of the Gerald Desmond Bridge. And explain first why this bridge needed to be rebuilt, and second, what it will do for the port and the environment and the community.
The original bridge was a great design, but it has been hard used. And as a result, pieces are falling off the bottom of that bridge. It has to be replaced. And while we're designing the new replacement, we're looking ahead 20 years, 30 years, and we're trying to build it wider, taller, stronger, so it will last longer.
And so those new larger ships can comfortably pass under the bridge.
Believe it or not, the new larger ships will not be able to pass under that
Really?
bridge. They're going to be so large, but it isn't the bridge, it's going to be the channel. The narrowness of the channel at that location right now constricts them. And yet, the terminals behind the bridge will still be very useful for ships that are slightly smaller.
And the very largest ships then will go to a terminal outside of the bridge so they don't have to come under it. Well, the result of this all will be that the Port of Long Beach will be one of, if not the most technologically advanced port in the world.
I believe we are right now. We are a engineering marvel. All of the larger facilities have been built out with landfill. And it is really incredible engineering that has allowed us to achieve this. People come from all over the world to look over the methods we've used to build Long Beach. We are truly a world leader. We talk about the reputation of the city. In the marine world, the Port of Long Beach, which is the harbor department of the city of Long Beach, is truly well known.
Well, how long will it take to complete all of this construction, Doug?
A little over half of the new Middle Harbor will be finished and open next fall. So that's right around the corner. Another 3 years after that before it's completely finished, but when it's opened next fall, it will be operating within that capacity level. The bridge might be another 3 years being built, but it's coming along quite well.
And the bridge will tower over the skyline of downtown Long Beach.
It will be a landmark for all of Southern California, and at night it will be lighted. It will be a thing of beauty.
Any idea of letting people climb up to the top like in Sydney?
I hope not.
Okay, we'll be back and joined in the next segment by Dr. Noel Hacegaba. Stay with us.
At the Port of Long Beach, we're not only delivering jobs, smart ideas, and forward-thinking environmental initiatives. We're also delivering opportunity for all of Southern California. Oh, and a clearer horizon line. To learn more, go to polb.com. The Port of Long Beach, thinking outside the docks.
Hello, I'm Jessica Hardy, a proud Long Beach native and a member of the USA Swimming national team. Having spent much of my life in water, I've developed a deep appreciation for the valuable role that this precious resource plays in our lives. In recent years, California's water supply has become unreliable. To address this reality, Long Beach residents have dramatically reduced their water use through permanent lifestyle changes. In doing so, Long Beach has made itself a leader in water conservation. As I work hard to achieve my personal goal of qualifying for the 2012 Summer Olympics, I encourage you to continue your tremendous efforts to use water in smart and responsible ways. So join me and your fellow Long Beach residents in strengthening the water conservation movement. By making small but significant changes in our water use habits, together we can ensure that we have a reliable water supply for many generations to come.